From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News Weekend Edition.
Good evening and welcome to our Saturday edition of the Fbx Evening News. I'm Katie Looper. Our top story tonight. Alaska lawmakers used a committee hearing to learn more about marijuana as they work on regulating it. The House Judiciary Committee has spent the past several weeks discussing a bill to decriminalize recreational marijuana and make other uses and acts illegal. Friday, they had the opportunity to see but not use marijuana. A representative from Juneau Police, the State Department of Law, and the legalization effort provided information about various forms of the drug. Bruce Schulte, a marijuana advocate, brought in hash and hash oil and explained that those substances come from resin on marijuana plants. He explained that hash oil can be used in making edibles, as can a concentrate derived from marijuana. Previously, state law treated marijuana and hash as different substances. The new definition includes both. Lawmakers are looking at several different bills on regulating marijuana. Alaska State Troopers have released their annual drug report, and the results say Alaska is one of the top 10 states for rates of illicit drug use. According to the report, 12% of juveniles used illegal drugs, ranking Alaska 21st nationally for juvenile use. Alcohol, cocaine, heroin, marijuana, methamphetamine, and prescription drugs were identified as the primary substances abused within the state. Officials say heroin particularly remains a drug of concern. The State Drug Enforcement Unit, which is a part of the Alaska State Troopers, says it is their job to decrease the use of the illegal drugs, which often leads to violence and other issues.
Definitely see one of the foremost problems when it comes to the illicit drug problem in Alaska with methamphetamines and heroin. While prescription drugs still are prevalent, we don't see a drastic change in that as far as an increase. We do see a drastic increase, though, what we believe is in the heroin and the meth. Heroin has exponentially increased the amount of property crime in Alaska because of the mass amount of addiction we have to heroin right now.
Unseasonably warm weather across Alaska has raised concerns about thinning ice. And with the Iditarod sled dog race starting Monday in Fairbanks, a lot of people are going to be on or near the frozen water. Monty Bowen has more in this report.
The weather caused the Iditarod Trail Committee to change the start of the race this year, even once after moving it to Fairbanks. The warmer weather is affecting conditions across the entire state.
It seems this year there's a lot higher concern with the quality of the ice of the surrounding lakes because we have a very different year as far as weather goes, and that does affect the ice.
It's the areas around the edges of lakes and rivers that are most dangerous.
Now what we're seeing is water coming down the streams, which is warmer than the area, okay?
This past week, 45-year-old David Riss of Sterling was found dead by troopers after he fell through the ice on Hidden Lake. 2 vehicles broke through the Kuskokwim River near Bethel. Survival experts say the key to survival is preparation, being aware of your surroundings and knowing what to do if you fall through the ice.
You've got to stay calm for the first minute, and I'd almost advise not doing anything but holding on. Just drop through, grab the ice. Don't try to struggle to get out, because when people struggle with panic, they splash. At the moment they hit their airway, they panic more and they let go of the ice, and they're under.
Experts say if you can't get out, find a way to hold on.
Your next avenue is just be found alive in the next hour. You would freeze your beard to the ice so they can find you. You'd freeze your jackets to the ice. Anything to keep you on the top of the hole as you go hypothermic, and we have a second chance to recover you.
This is Monty Bowen reporting.
When we come back, people from all over Alaska gathered in Nenana for the annual Ice Classic. Also, new equipment has been introduced to the doctors at the Fairbanks Memorial Hospital. Those stories and more when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's Tripod Weekend in Nenana. We took our cameras there, and here's more in this report. The Nenana Ice Classic has been an Alaskan tradition since 1917 that began among Alaska Railroad workers. People from all over the world participate by buying tickets and guessing the minute of breakup on the Tanana River.
We will be setting the tripod out on the Tanana River Sunday afternoon at 3:30. That's quite an ordeal, but the temperatures are supposed to cooperate with us. So we just hope people come down, especially tomorrow, to help us set the tripod on the river.
In addition to raising the tripod, the town of Nenana celebrates the entire weekend with festivities including contests and activities for participants of all ages.
We had fun and we did games and we earned money. There's like a lot of stuff they do. Hula hoop, jump rope, donut eating contest, banana eating contest, beating contest.
Dessert contest.
Yes.
I have to beat her. Yeah.
Oh, bring it on.
Another traditional competition all Alaskans are invited to compete in is the poster contest. This year, a local Nenana resident took first place.
Well, it's just a cartoon, and there's a beaver with a chainsaw. He's cutting through the ice underneath the tripod. And then there's a raven flying over it with, he's got the time, date, and everything. So they're kind of teaming up to win. And I felt like it was an honor to get picked.
Lastly, Nenana is a town known for its dog sledding history, and therefore the weekend wasn't complete without a competition both Saturday and Sunday. Walter Robinson, a local musher, says it usually takes 3 to 4 hours to complete, but with the snowy conditions, it may take longer.
Getting ready to run the Nenana Ice Classic dog sled race today. It's a 40-mile race today and then tomorrow. Well, I've been training all season, running the dogs out from my house, and it's looking pretty good. The snow is going to make it a little slower today. The dogs like it a little cooler, but it should be a pretty good day.
Folks from around the state, including Healy, Cantwell, Anderson, Fairbanks, and Nenana showed up today. However, the tripod days are not over. The contests continue tomorrow until the 3:30 tripod raising. Reporting from Nenana, this is Katie Looper. If you have grown impatient waiting in traffic on the Old Steese Highway, you're not alone, but you might have a say on how to fix it. The Department of Transportation for the state of Alaska is aware of the problem and is seeking your input on a solution. By going to www.adotpf.mindmix, you can review ideas for fixing the issues and respond to DOT with your own suggestions. The form will be open for input until the end of the month, when the DOT will review the suggestions and try to resolve the problems.
It's a very simple format. You can go and look at all of the ideas that we are suggesting. You can look at questions that people have asked and the feedback that we've received so far from people. And then you can post your comments, and so other people can build onto the suggestions that you might have or share their experiences. So it's really just an online way to be able to gather public information for the next month.
As we reported in January, doctors at Fairbanks Memorial Hospital are now using cutting-edge technology for neurological and spinal procedures. This technology provides real-time intraoperative CT scans and is distributed by the company Brain Lab. The machine also provides real-time three-dimensional anatomical information, which helps with surgical decision-making. The equipment was purchased by the Fairbanks Hospital Foundation. On behalf of the community, FMH is hosting an open house from 5 to 7 p.m. on Monday. Doctors John Lopez and Paul Jensen will be on hand to answer questions and demonstrate the use of the Brain Lab. FMH is one of the first hospitals in the world to use this technology.
We didn't go out looking to be the first to have something, but the timing was perfect. We're making a major technology investment that's going to take us through multiple years for the community. We have one of only 12 in the United States.
Mike Fussel's coming up next with all your weekend sports action, including updates from the Iditarod ceremonial start. Stay with us.
Welcome back, sports fans. Mike Fussell here to get you caught up on a very busy weekend of interior sports. We begin with the ceremonial start of the Iditarod. It took place earlier today in downtown Anchorage. The roads were snowless though, so some of the white stuff had to be brought in to make a path for the sleds. Onlookers packed the streets to wish mushers and their four-legged athletes good luck before heading out on the trail. 6 former Iditarod champions are seeking to finish ahead again this year. Rob Cook will be coming out of the gates first, and Jesse Royer drew the number 2 spot. The short warm-up run takes place just days before teams head up to Fairbanks for the restart of the race. That will be on Monday. Poor weather conditions force organizers to move the beginning of the trail there for the second time ever. From then on, participants will trek roughly 1,000 miles to the finish line in Nome. Game 3 of the Governor's Cup Series was a must-win for both the Alaska Nanooks and the Anchorage Seawolves last night. UAA was looking to keep playoff hopes alive in the Sullivan Arena, while Fairbanks needed a win to prevent the Seawolves from taking the series. The Nanooks set the tone early with physical play in the first period. Just around the 6-minute mark, Taylor Munson scored a dirty goal off a power play for Alaska. That would put them up 1-0. The second period remained scoreless with solid coverage between the pipes from UAF goalie Sean Cahill. He continued to have a solid night throughout the third period with 8 saves. Cahill would go on to have a total of 22. The Nanooks win it 1-0, killing playoff hopes for the Seawolves. Defenseman Trevor Campbell says good defensive play and a solid night by Cahill helped secure the shutout win.
When your goaltender's playing the way he did tonight, it sure helps out us D-men for all the mistakes we make. But it was just a group effort. We worked really hard and played smart, and it worked out for us tonight. We don't need to get up for these games. We know what it's all about. This is the most important game of the season. We want the Gov Cup, and so we're going to have no problem having energy tomorrow. We know what we got to do tomorrow, and hopefully we come out and do the same thing that we did tonight.
The Ice Dogs played on the road against the Minot Minotaurs last night. Both teams kept the game tight, successfully sending shots to goal in the first period. Reiner Gorowski was the lone scorer for Fairbanks in the second. The Minotaurs would break the even tally, gaining momentum on a 2-0 run. Minot found the back of the net early in the third. Reiner Gorowski would answer back with his second goal of the night, but the lone work of the Ice Dogs forward was not enough to keep Fairbanks in the game. They would go on to lose 5-2. The Mount McKinley Bank North Pole Sled Dog Championships kicked off today. Mushers tried to reach the finish line in 4, 6, and 10 dog classes. There was also a ski drawing competition. In the 4-dog race, Emily Entrikin took first with a time of 18 minutes and 10 seconds. Doreen Hedler was crowned the winner of a very close 6-dog contest. She came in just over 21 minutes, and Christian Tavo was right on her tail, only 7 seconds behind. 18 different racers went on to participate in the 12-mile, 10-dog class. Number 1 seed Monroe Catholic continued to show dominance, making it all the way to the top of the bracket of the Aurora Conference Boys Championships last night. The Rams faced off against the Hutchison Hawks. Hutch held it close early in the first quarter thanks to solid perimeter shooting. The gap would start to widen heading into the half, though, with the Rams up by 17 points. From then on, Monroe was in control, securing a 67-44-point win. The Monroe Catholic victory locks them into a spot in the state tournament coming up in 2 weeks. Hutch will play the winner of the Delta Galena matchup today in hopes of keeping the number 2 spot and heading to states as well. In the Girls Aurora Conference Championship Finals, the Hutchison Lady Hawks battled against the Valdez Buccaneers at the Ben Eielson High School last night. The Bucks ended up coming out on top and are now the Aurora Conference champions. The final score of 48-41 moves Valdez to the state tournament. The Hutchison girls now face the victor of today's Monroe and Galena consolation semifinal game. Junior Valdez guard Madison Fleming says the key to winning was communication.
We know where each other are, we know our strengths and weaknesses, and we know how to play with each other in times that are tough. This means so much. We took it second the past 2 years, and taking first finally, it feels so great.
MAC basketball championships started last night at West Valley High School. The Lathrop Lady Malamutes took on the North Pole Patriots in the first round of tournament play. Freshman Tyra Doe was the leading scorer for the Lathrop girls with 15 points. The Malamutes win it 64-14. They will go on to play undefeated West Valley tonight in the championship game. The boys' game between West Valley and North Pole was a little bit closer for a while, but it ended up in a double-digit deficit for the Patriots again. The Wolfpack takes the W 64-42, and they are due to face number 1 seed Lathrop this evening. And that'll do it for your weekend edition of sports tonight. For more, log on to Twitter, YouTube, webcenter11.com, and download our mobile app. Katie Looper has your full weather forecast coming up next. Welcome back to our weekend edition. Katie, what's weather looking like next week?
So we can expect some pretty nice temperatures. However, our nightly temperatures are going to be -20, 10 below.
Gonna have to keep my car safe and ready for that. Not looking forward to it, but we'll get through it.
They actually suggest you start warming up your car at 20 above, which I was surprised about.
Keep it safe. That's always good.
Is that something you do back in Ohio?
No, we typically don't even plug in or anything, but temperatures do get down pretty low, so it's something that's uniquely Alaskan.
Oh, I can see that. All right, well, let's take a look at weather. We've got a normal high today of 21 degrees and a normal low of -8. A record high got up to 46 in 2008, what a nice day, and a record low of -38 in 1972. Our sun rose at 7:43 this morning and set at 6:25 this evening. Our daylight equals 10 hours and 41 minutes altogether, giving us a great gain of 7 minutes. All right, now let's see what's happening in Alaska. Juneau and Ketchikan are experiencing rain showers around 40 degrees, as same with Anchorage, and Kodiak and Bethel are nice partly sunny to sunny skies, around 25 in Bethel. Now up there in the north, Barrow's cloudy at -9, but in the interior, 30 degrees with cloudy skies and snow showers. Now as for our lower 48 today, nice sunny skies in Seattle at 62 degrees. Down south in the Las Vegas, Phoenix region, nice temperatures, 75 and 83. But over in Minneapolis, 44 with partly sunny skies. Now down south in Dallas, rain showers for them at 61. Now over in Miami, 80 degrees, but rain showers for them. And up there in New York, around 40 degrees with partly sunny skies. Now as for next week, we can expect mild and pleasant temperatures on our west side of the states and dry weather in the Midwest. However, up there in the north, snow showers for that New York area again. And then down in our southeast region, rain showers for them along the coast. Now back home in Alaska, starting with the northern slope, partly cloudy for Barrow, snow for Nome and Fort Yukon. Temperatures at -10 in Barrow, 18 in Fort Yukon, and 3 degrees in Nome. All right, now down in the interior, there is a winter weather advisory with snow all across the region and temperatures around 20 degrees for Fairbanks and Delta and 13 for Healy. And as for our east side of the state, rain showers for Juneau and Ketchikan, temperatures in the mid-40s. Moving west, we can expect snow for Cold Bay, Kodiak, and Bethel, temperatures in the mid-30s for Cold Bay and Kodiak, and 15 for Bethel. Now lastly, for our south central region, partly sunny with snow in Anchorage and Valdez, and partly cloudy in Homer, nice temperatures all around 30 degrees. All right, for tonight's forecast, 10 degrees with occasional snow and a possible 1 to 2 more inches. For tomorrow, 20 degrees, scattered snow showers again. And we also wanted to give a final reminder to have people spring their clocks forward just 1 hour and to change batteries in a smoke alarm. All right, now lastly, for our extended outlook, like I said, not too bad of temperatures during the day, but we are going to have those temperatures dip at night to -20, -18. But, you know, you've been through -40 when you've been here, so you've had it all.
I've seen it, I've felt it, but not looking forward to it, but, you know.
Yeah, that's Alaska for you.
Yeah. We'll live with it.
All right, we also want to remind people, don't forget, there's the Interior Wedding Showcase. It's happening this weekend, this Sunday from 11 to 4, and it's free to the public. There'll be over 70 vendors with some in attendance with some awesome free giveaways throughout the day. Also, Mike Schultz, Stephanie Woodard, and I will be there to host the event, and we look forward to seeing everyone there. But that'll wrap up this Saturday edition of the Fairbanks Evening News, and we're glad you could join us.
Join us here 6 days a week at 11 and 6 or anytime at webcenter11.com. From all of us here at the News Center, have a good night.